I hadn't been sleeping well for weeks. I had so many questions, and none of the answers made any sense to me. So the questions just kept adding up. They were going around in my head like so many marbles in a... What's that thing called that marbles go around in? See what I mean? Another question to add to the list. Dental floss. Just another way to make money. Whoever had a filling between their teeth anyway? I had so many questions, and I needed answers. 57 across, 8 letters. Relieve one's mind. Unburden. Thank God. Frank.
Yeah, Harry, it's Frank Beatty at the Star. The truth is, your last couple of stories kind of stunk. What's gotten into you, Harry? I'm going to give you one more chance. There's been a lot of talk about skunks and people are afraid of rabies. I want you to do a story on it, Harry, and I need it fast by the weekend. Get it right this time, Harry, or you're finished.
Skunks. Sure, Frank.
How about some tea, Dad? They say you live twice as long if you drink a few cups of this every day.
How do you know that?
I read it somewhere. Plus I saw it on W5 or something.
Oh, well, then it must be right.
Anyway, they live pretty long in Japan, don't they?
I don't know how long they live in Japan. But even if they do, there could be a million reasons that have nothing to do with green tea.
So what are you working on these days?
Skunks.
Huh?
Skunks!
That skunk thing?
I guess so.
Every day, somebody new tells me they've seen another skunk. Yesterday, Frances from across the street swears she saw a skunk with rabies.
How did she know it had rabies, for God's sakes?
She said it was kind of foaming at the mouth.
Kind of foaming at the mouth? It's either foaming at the mouth or it isn't.
Whatever.
I don't believe there are any more skunks around Saskatoon than there ever were. And I don't believe that they have rabies. I don't even know about rabies.
What do you mean you don't know about rabies?
I just don't know about it, that's all.
There are a lot of skunks around, Dad.
Could be cats.
Cats don't move like skunks.
Black and white cats.
They don't do that waddle that skunks do.
Does Ken believe this skunk thing?
He smells them.
Oh my God.
What?
Nothing. I better get going. I've got to get started on this thing.
Be careful, Dad.
Darn, cat! Ooh, smells like a skunk. Ow. Ow. Ooh. Ooh. Why do these things always happen to me? Can't get that stink off! Soap's not working! Damn skunks. Ah, veterinarians. Dr. Alvenstein, please. My name's Harry Van Antwerp. Antwerp, not twerp. Anyway, I'm writing an article on the local skunk issue for the newspaper, and I'd like to interview you. No, I'm on a very tight schedule. Yeah, at your home is fine. That works for me. 2 o'clock? Excellent. How about the SPCA? Better if they're not prepared.
Don't come back!
Hey! What about cruelty to humans? For God's sakes! You think I'd bit the skunk or something? Or cat or whatever it was? I didn't see any skunks in there. There are no skunks. Ooh. 1:45. Damn.
Dr. Living Twerp, I presume? Just kidding, Mr. Antwerp. Please, come in.
Dr. Alvenstein.
Can I interest you in a cup of cafe, perhaps, Mr. Antwerp?
No.
So,
So what?
nothing. I was just...
You were just a veterinarian. I guess that makes you an expert.
Well, I suppose I am somewhat of an authority on certain aspects of veterinary medicine.
Somewhat of an authority? Are you or not?
Okay, I am. Are you all right, Mr. Antwerp? You seem to be a bit irritated about something.
I'm fine. Are you an authority on skunks?
I wouldn't say that I'm an authority on skunks per se.
Good enough! What about all these skunks people say are roaming the streets of Saskatoon?
What happened to your hand?
Got it shaving!
Shaving your hand?
Never mind! The skunks!
Well, apparently there are an unusually large number of skunks in and around the Saskatoon area this year.
Why would there be so many skunks?
There could be many reasons. For example, there could be an increase in the insect population that is food for the skunks.
What about the smell? What causes the smell?
Well, you know, the word skunk comes from the Algonquian dialect that means one who squirts.
One who squirts?
Yes, one who squirts.
What's the English for that?
For what?
For squirts, for God's sake!
Well, this is the English word. The skunk squirts the bad smell, the stink, when it is threatened.
Squirts! It squirts the bad smell!
Of course it does. Wouldn't you if someone threatened you and you had a bad smell to squirt? Are you all right, Mr. Antwerp? You've got something on your...
I said I was fine. There's a lot of hysteria about rabies.
I don't think it's hysteria.
Why not? How do you know rabies even exists?
It's a well-documented disease, Harry. Rabies is caused by a virus that is sometimes carried by the skunk. Now, in humans, it can induce a state known as hydrophobia, where the victim is both afraid of water and very, very thirsty. It's a very nasty virus.
Do they squirt it?
No, they transmit it by biting a victim. It can be very painful and at the same time cause terrible itching. Would you like a glass of water?
Huh? I don't know. Oh.
I'll get you a glass of water, Harry.
Ow.
Don't worry, it's just water. It can't hurt you, Harry. Just try a little bit. What happened to your hand, Harry? Let me take a look.
No! No!
Come on, Harry. Just a little look under the bandage. Is there any blood?
Alvenstein?
Yes, of course it is me, Harry. I can smell something on you, Harry. It smells like...
Squirt!
Actually, it smells like cheap deodorant. Did you find this skunk, Harry?
Cat!
When was that?
Today! Morning!
Oh, good, not a skunk, because for a moment I thought you might have rabies. But cats don't carry rabies, and people with rabies fall asleep immediately after drinking water. But you are wide awake.
Don't feel bad, Harry. You could not have known. It was too soon to show the symptoms.
It's all the talk about skunks and rabies. You just got caught up in it, that's all. Now, keep that bite clean. Cat bites can be very nasty.
Yeah. Thanks, Doctor.
Do not mention it.
It had been a long day. I didn't know what to believe anymore. There were more questions than ever. Cats? Damn.
Ouch! For God's sake!